Hello, this is an introduction to GlossGlide, which is a quiet project in the sense that it doesn't struggle to get your attention like most digital things do. It doesn't ask you to achieve levels, to be productive, to make things. Instead, it simply invites you to spend time with sound. GlossGlide grows out of an earlier project called Gloss, the Grainger Library of Sampled Sound, which documented and released recordings made in Percy Grainger's house at White Plains. The original Gloss invited people to download these sounds and make their own compositions from them. It was both generous and open-ended. GlossGlide, though, takes a different approach. Rather than encouraging finished works, it explores what happens when we linger with sound itself, when we move through it slowly, continuously, without aiming to produce anything. Percy Grainger was fascinated by what he called gliding sound. He imagined music that moved continuously between pitches rather than stepping discreetly from note to note. In his later years, he built experimental machines to realise what he called free music, sound freed from rigid rhythm, fixed scales and conventional form. GlossGlide does not attempt to recreate these machines. Instead, it treats Grainger's ideas as living propositions. What might gliding mean in a digital environment today? What might free mean if we take it seriously? This shows the free music ribbon, in which the user can draw undulating curves that glide through the set of staff bells and gongs that were recorded for Gloss. There's a wander mode which operates hands-free, or, as here, you can interact directly yourself. For the Grainger Actions, a single short instruction appears. It may be carried out, ignored, repeated, or simply considered. The actions do not form a sequence. They have no goal. Some borrow words from Grainger's wonderfully idiosyncratic language. Others are deliberately ordinary. They do not require documentation. They don't need to be done well. They don't need to be completed. I should say something about where all this comes from. I'm autistic, and much of my work over the past decade has explored what I call aural diversity, the idea that listening is not uniform, not standardised, not one size fits all. People attend to sound differently. They regulate themselves through sound differently. They inhabit sonic environments differently. Many digital sound tools assume urgency, virtuosity, or performance. They assume an outcome. They assume that interaction must lead somewhere visible. GlossGlide resists those assumptions. It's deliberately low pressure. It's designed to allow repetition without escalation. It's structured so that stopping is as valid as continuing. It invites attention without demanding it. Here's another glide, this time called Glide Dial, running in wander mode. As you can see and hear, it drifts from loop sound to loop sound, pausing briefly and then moving on. It doesn't build towards a climax, it simply continues. There's no correct way to use GlossGlide. You may explore it for a minute or for half an hour. You may use it once and never return. You may incorporate it into something else. Or you may simply sit with it. The project is developed in collaboration with the Percy Grainger Society, and it builds upon their long-standing work preserving and sharing Grainger's materials and ideas. Without that groundwork, this project wouldn't exist. GlossGlide is not an archive, and it's not a performance platform. It's a space for attention. It's an experiment in how we might inhabit sound differently. If you're curious, I'd invite you to spend some time there. Move slowly. Listen to how things change. Let go of the idea that something must happen. Whatever happens is enough.